Welcome to Digital Media University with Kevin Duggan.
So, next we're going to look at modules. And modules, like we saw the first time, this is my page because you can create, once you've created one site, you can create as many sites as you want with Drupal Gardens. So, what you're going to do is go to your My Sites page right here. You see it right up top. And you'll get a list probably of one or two. I don't know how many you've created. And you're going to do create a new site. We already went over this in the first one, but I'm going to go over it again because it's important. So I'm going to give it call it modules at Drupal Gardens, because I'm not even really going to make this. But here we are again looking at the templates. And again, these are all the things that modules, that all this interactivity is being done by modules. And like I showed you before, when you do these different type of templates, you're going to get different types of interactivity, because maybe a blog site doesn't need what a product site needs, which would be more of like a commercial site. Or you can even create your own and turn on and off whichever ones you need. So I'm just going to go back, not even create that site. To our original site. Now, up top here, another important part of Drupal Gardens, like I was saying, is modules. So click on modules. So modules are little, things that are responsible for activity. So you see all these checked. You see forum modules. That means I can have a forum with threaded discussions right here. You see menu, node. Every single bit of content in Drupal Gardens is called a node. Number, path, search, taxonomy. Here's for ratings. So I want to set up like a social type site, and I want people to respond to threads or whatever, or else be able to look at a thread and say, this is a 5-star thread, or it's a 4-star thread, or it's a 2-star. I would just click this 5-star button over here. You have a Google Analytics, if you want to add Google Analytics. So when you have modules, you have the core modules which come with with Drupal or Drupal Gardens. Then you have the non-core modules. Needless to say, you have to have the core modules to run. So when you're thinking of modules, you either have contributed. I don't know if I failed to mention, but there's a huge community of developers in the Drupal community, and I think I could be wrong, somewhere like around 1,600 modules are actually developed a week by these people. It's a real vital community. It's an open source community, so it's kind of like to me, most of the people are kind of civic minded. I think it's basically a pretty great community. But so you either have core modules or contributed. Contributed are going to be the ones who are done by developers. And I don't know if I have any. You're a little bit limited to your amount of modules when you're using Drupal Gardens, their online version. So this is another really important thing. When you start deciding you want certain types of interactivities, you're probably going to have to come in to check off a few things here. Like I don't think forum was checked off, or even blogs is a module. And another thing about modules is that sometimes when you have a module, it has a dependency on other modules. Say you had like you wanted to have say you had a writing module to write with. Sometimes you'd have not only a pen module, but you'd have a hand module, and they work together. So those are dependencies you have in modules. So sometimes you'll find you have to be careful shutting off modules, because you might shut off something that has some type of a dependency above it or below it. Now, the next thing we're going to go into is look at the theme builder. And the theme builder is absolutely spectacular. And you see that by going to Appearance. Clicking up top on Appearance. So the first thing we'll look at is themes. So you see right here, this is my theme. This is the theme I chose. Well, I can change the theme from right inside of Drupal just by clicking on this, Choose a New Theme. Now, somebody who really wanted to customize a site would probably go with something like this, Minima, because it's minimal. So there's less things you have to get rid of. And one thing one thing I would get rid of would be this rotating block. But this is a fairly simple theme. And that's another thing about this, is that when you change themes, all the blocks you've assigned to these different areas are going to stay there. They're consistent. You know, all your, see, here's our mission from last. All your content basically stays the same. So if I wanted to keep this, I would just do Choose and give it a name. And that'd be it. So right here you can see that what we have, if you look at this, is a header. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go into blocks. A good thing to do here is go into Structure, Blocks. I'm going to get rid of that rotating banner for this theme. Click Save. Revert the stick. Back to my site. You can click up here on the Home button to go straight back. So now here we are again with the Minima theme. So one thing you can see here pretty clearly is if you look up on the on this drawing board I have, that there's a header and there's a footer and there's 3 columns. There'll be 3 columns here. So when we go back to the theme builder, we see layout. So right here, here's the layout I have. Content and the A and the B sidebars. So say I want to change that. I can go right here, go to, see now on my site I just have a sidebar and a main content area. And I have the A sidebar. Or if I want to switch over to the B sidebar. Or if I wanted to put it on that side, I would just hit Publish, and that would be that. Now we're going to go into the Styles tab. There's 5 tabs here. And right here, if you run your cursor over any of these words, images, blocks, you can style things. So right here, look, I have our mission, and it's Helvetica. And you see it's gray. Say I want to change to a black. Okay. Say I want to change the size. or make it bold. The alignment I can change. All this, I can select an area and change the alignment like that. That should be enough to hold everybody for a little while. Thanks for watching. My name's Kevin Duggan, and this is Digital Media U. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. Any questions about this program can be addressed to Kevin at digitalmediauniversity.us.